Hello again. This is David Rothfeder, and we're doing episode 2 of Sex, Drugs, and Divinity, a Monster Hearts hack in which we are all playing pop, rock, rap stars from the 90s who have been inhabited by gods and all the maturity and great decisions that go with that. Yay! We're going to get pretty, right into it pretty soon. Before we do, I like to do a little bit of a recap. And my method of doing recaps is I put you guys on the spot a little bit. I ask each of the players in the session, what are the most important things that has been going on in their characters' lives? And usually from there, we get a pretty complete idea of what's been going on in the game. So because I'm a horrible MC who just puts people on the spot, I'm going to go ahead and start with Sean. Sean, what is some of the important things that have been going on from Lou's perspective?
Well, since finding out that he's now host to a godhead, basically, he's been invited to dinner. Didn't really get into that too much. Said hello to someone's little fox crew outside the front door, and then threw a bottle at Jupiter's face.
Did Jupiter deserve it?
That depends. About a half a second before I threw the bottle, I think yes. As soon as I saw it break and shatter her glasses, no, I felt pretty bad about that.
Well, that gets into Jupiter. What else has been interesting in Jupiter's life?
Well, basically the past couple hours, or at least the past session, Jupiter has had a bit of she's been knocked down a few pegs. First, the whole bottle incident, kind of giving her, just making her lose kind of her dignity with her peers, I guess. I don't know if she considered them peers. I guess the closest thing she has to peers. And then she tried to blow off some steam by doing what gods do best, which is pull off a performance and ensorcel the masses. And that worked too well in the other direction, which instead in her having to get herself be saved by another god who we'll get to next, I guess.
Okay. And what has the Black Goat with 1,000 young, or, not, because it's, from my reading, we don't know if Lovecraft intended that to be the same deity as Gareth, but most people associate the two. What's been going on in Manabu's life, though?
He has been trying to keep things together as best he can, which hasn't been very good so far. Not a good start. And he decided to check in on Jupiter like a mother, father kind of would, perhaps, after this happened. And tried to work a miracle that we'll see how miraculous it helps.
So, you are in the Black Goat pub. Not ominous at all. Has nothing to do with you, obviously. And the whole crew, I believe we retconned this a little bit, the whole audience is now sinking into the floorboards and struggling for to stop from going down. And they're reaching towards Jupiter, begging for their savior.
I'm kind of like, I wonder if Manabu can hear me rolling my eyes very, very hard at him.
I'm pretty sure the answer is yes.
And can I give him a side eye? Oh no, I don't. Do I have to ask permission for that? No, she's not going to. I'm seeing this miracle, so to speak, and I'm kind of like, I'm looking at him and making a this is kind of your fault gesture, and I'm absolutely not going to save these people because this is not my fault. So how do I guess I'm communicating to him that, what have you done? This is not my fault. I think you can also notice that the bruise on the side of my eye has kind of, you can see it past the glasses, and if she takes off the glasses, you can see the extent of it. But right now, it is very much I'm standing on stage, tapping my foot, like, look, I'm not gonna fix this. This is not my fault.
Oh, ouch. Oh, God. That is cold. I'm gonna say that sounds like you're shutting Manabu down. Like, fix your own goddamn mess. That feels pretty. That feels pretty. Yeah, pretty bad there. Or it feels pretty. Like, I don't want to say bitchy, but it kind of comes off that way.
Yeah, why do I keep going for cold? Last time that happened, a beer bottle smashed in my face. But I will roll for that. Might as well. Okay, that's an 8.
That is an 8. So Manabu, you get to give Jupiter a condition, but Jupiter gets to choose one from the list.
They can lose a string on me. I still have plenty.
You get the condition uncaring.
Ooh. Now, do you think that makes Jupiter come off as unfashionable or unpopular? Or is that just fine in the public eye?
I think with the way stars are, that's fine for most people.
Okay.
So, yeah. But Manabu, seeing this, I think he just sort of walks up past all these tables and beer bottles, just kind of looking at them. I could throw one. I'm not going to. I'm better than that. And he'll step on the head of someone who's sinking, push them a bit further into the earth, step onto the stage, and bow before Jupiter. You're not appreciative of what I did to this crowd to make them realize how much you mean to them.
So, by the way, how is it obvious to Jupiter that this is not Manabu speaking, that this is something far more alien?
Oh, his voice is a lot deeper. His eyes are, the pupils are slitted like a goat's eye, is very unearthly green. Probably his veins and arteries are pulsing just a bit too ominously and maybe moving a little bit.
I kind of see that and kind of like, but I'm just gonna let that pass and just say, I don't see how. It's over his shoulder. Making them sink to the ground is gonna make them appreciate me, but thanks.
You had the right to save them. You had the right to be the hero, to do something good. But you don't really want to be good, do you?
You are.
Oh.
In the background, you hear people scream as like the ground is coming up to their mouths.
Well, I don't know how it can be more obvious, but yeah, no, that's not really what I kind of want. I don't know what you expected. Actually, I'm kind of peering closer, Shubsy, but I didn't enter this. I didn't enter this to, to be. I didn't enter this to be a hero, and I'm going to work a miracle to basically reverse whatever's happening behind. Kind of in a very nonchalant 1, 2, 3, 4 click, and
so it's not so reversing another god's miracle isn't really like isn't really a direct thing you can do. However, you can potentially use your purviews to make change the situation so the miracle potentially is not relevant. So what are your purviews? How can you change the situation so these people aren't sinking into the ground?
Yeah, I was thinking of that because looking through, it's all kind of very heavenly and or either thunderous, and beyond just transporting them all out of there all at once, when in some sort of riding the lightning, so to speak. Hmm.
I mean, that sounds
Ye-
fine. I'm just trying to
Yeah.
color this in a way so that it's very obviously a Jupiter miracle and not
Yeah.
just, hey, I undo what Manabu did.
Yeah. So I think it's very much I'm gonna transport all these people out of the pub, so to speak, out of the sinking ground, and I choose two consequences. It takes on a no. That already happened. It takes on a life of its own. Well, who knows where they're gonna end up? And I'd say I attract another god or more gods to the scene
Okay.
because this is already a ridiculous spectacle.
So what does this look like?
So I snap, and it's kind of like like all this heavenly light just starts to burst into the pub out of nowhere, and in a split second after that, just this big thunderous noise, like 500 whips cracking all at once, and flash of light, all the people are gone.
All right. So back at the dinner, it is it's kind of gotten awkward. Ball has chastised you, Lou. Cronus has basically said, it's not a big deal. These things happen. What are you doing now? Like, are you just trying to pretend it didn't, it wasn't a big deal and are continuing eating?
No, I actually feel dumb for doing it. I've finished my food, and then I'm helping to clear up plates. Even if Cronus is saying, like, oh, don't worry about that. We have staff for that.
Oh no, he doesn't have Stafford. But he was like, oh no. I'm the host. He's trying to say that you're not allowed to, but obviously it's the token like resistance that doesn't stop. He's not actually going to prevent you from doing it. In fact, you get the impression that he's happy for the help.
So it's mostly me trying to be away from the dinner table without running away like everyone else just did.
You notice that Anansi isn't like going into the kitchen with you two, but he's definitely like doing, plate patrol, getting all the plates stacked up and everything. Like, he's used to this type of thing.
I thank him. I take one of the plates out of his hand and fuck off to the kitchen again.
Piles the big stack on.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. Fuck. I still feel bad about that. Do you think Jupiter's going to get over that one?
Jupiter's going to... I mean, it probably didn't matter what you would do. Jupiter would find a reason to feud with you.
No, fair enough.
Fucking prima donna.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go for some air after this. I don't know. What are you up to?
He pulls out a baggie with a couple of joints.
Nobody said it had to be fresh air.
Was that?
Nobody said it had to be fresh air.
My thoughts exactly.
See you on the roof in 20?
It sounds good.
All right.
So yeah. There's kind of so the young gods kind of congregate after the meal on top of the old man's roof. I I think Asteria joins you. Coyote does not. Ball joins you but does not partake.
Of course not. Also self-important, right? But when Anansi passes, I partake and pass to Asteria.
Oh man, Asteria really does hit it hard. So yeah, I forgot that Anansi has a grudge with you. So this is fucked up, he says.
What's fucked up?
All of this. Because honestly, I'd rather punch you in the face than enjoy the chronic with you. But fuck, who else? Who else am I going to do it with? I mean, is everyone else is like, oh, Anansi, you're so fantastic. Oh, so great. It's nice, but it ain't real.
Tell you what, I promise you, we're going to have plenty of chances to punch me in the face later. It's just good for a little bit of normal around here.
Oh, I am taking you up on that, you fucking jackass.
I don't mean I'm going to give you opportunities, but like, I'm not going to back down if you're.
Ball is like, it kind of like rolls her eyes and sighs at like the testosterone getting passed around here.
For my part, it's probably like the laziest version of testosterone. Like, I'm not going to pick a fight with you, but like, fighting is a thing to do. What's your problem, Ball? Not like not smoking. I don't care about that. Why? What are you just sitting over there laughing for?
What's the point of you two blooding each other up? Just looks like a distraction to me.
I don't know. I think it's one of the more real things we can do.
So is that what we're after? Being real?
No. But I think it's more honest than just talking, and more honest than sitting over on the side laughing at people. So, whatever.
I'm not here to laugh. I'm here to figure out what the plan is. We have 2 years. How are we going to use them?
Now that is a good question. Never made it on the headline for a summer tour. Maybe we can put something together for the summer. Everyone seems to be clamoring to come see us now.
Fuck. Summer tour? I'm talking about what are we going to do? Stop world hunger? Cure AIDS? Get rid of cancer? Fuck. Overthrow Saddam Hussein?
Temporary solutions to accidental problems?
Hey, look. We can go ahead and just be like, ooh, hey, we're all famous and shit. Or we can do something fucking meaningful.
I'm just not sure how meaningful any of those would be, but well, you pick one and we'll work on it.
Okay. Let's do it. Let's fucking kill AIDS.
Sure. What do we do? Just that it?
Maybe.
Do you even know anyone with AIDS, or is it just like a magic thing that you want to figure out for the sake of everyone else? You're going to be a hero.
What? I don't need to know someone with AIDS to know it's a bad thing. And fuck, I'd rather get on doing something good with this shit than just moping over 2 years or whacking off over how famous we are now.
Just want to make sure your intentions are right, man. Just seem like easy, low-hanging fruit to try for.
You got a better idea?
Overthrow someone like Cronus. If we're just inflicted on this world every couple of years because, there's nothing else for them to care about?
Fuck, you... Look, I don't know why you think Cronus is the problem. He gave us a fucking opportunity.
Long drag and just laughing. I'm shitting you. I'm shitting you.
Besides, 12 lives every, fucking 100 years? Sounds like a good, an okay sacrifice to improve the goddamn world.
Cheers to that.
Cut the scene. Flash of light and all the people are gone.
I think I'm gonna go right into Shubsy's face, and it's like, no, I just want to know, because you're clearly not, who I'm talking to. You're not like single father looking after child or whatever. Manabu's deal is, you're something else. I kind of want to know why do you care about what I am?
Because mother knows best for her children.
Oh, fuck off. How is that? Actually, you know what? Now you've bored me with that. That's so, wow, that's so lame.
Oh, I didn't listen to
man. Fireworks go off all over the place. And Coyote makes his entrance. Black cowboy shirt with rhinestones all over it, white cowboy hat. So is this where the fucking party is?
It was before Coyote Ugly got here. I think I'm trying to shut him down.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Got a 13.
All right.
I am going to take a string on him.
Yep, he does not have any strings on you, so yep, that totally works. He's like, oh, ouch. Ouch, that hit me right in the... Obviously, he's like making a bigger, like a deal of it not bothering him. It's bothering him.
If all that they could have sent, they send you. Were you bothering them too? That you had to chase after us? And Shubsy will jump off the stage because she is a bit bothered that Jupiter's not as afraid as she thinks she should be.
Oh, but this is where the entertainment is. I mean, is miracles going off left and right, pew, 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 pew. Little like lasers actually come out of his fingers as he does the pew, pew motions.
I've gotten what I want. Jupiter acted like an adult for the first time. The second, I don't really care, but she did it. You're in my way. I'm going to go do something more fun, something that requires lubricant and psychiatry to get over.
Ooh, interesting. But what's more interesting is what happens if I don't get out of your way?
I think he snaps his fingers, and I'm going to use the Tree Tyrant to summon Nanny McPhee, the Migo.
Now the thing about that, I have to double check, but don't you have to be in the woods for that to happen?
I need to be near a tree. Would there be like one of those trees on the sidewalks outside, or
I'm going to say you need to be where the tree is in order to do this.
okay? So yeah, I think she'll snap her fingers and realize that nothing's happening. It's like, or if you don't get out of my way, I can deal with you personally. What's it going to be?
Ooh, well, I mean, there is a promise of lubricant in psychiatry.
In the background, you can hear Jupiter go, I can't believe I can't decide which one of you I hate the most. Oh my god.
Well, if that's what it's going to take, I'm going to show you why Japan has some problems of its own. And begin walking forward. I guess I'm going to lash out physically or something.
Yeah, do it.
I got another 13.
Yeah. So what do you do to Coyote?
I think the squirming of Shubsy's little body starts like really winding with one of the arms. It turns into a tentacle, and she just pimp smacks him with the tentacle, sending him flying out of the bar, crashing through the. Let's say the door. She likes the black goat sign on the window.
All right. I think he slams into a Bentley because he's that much of a jackass that if he's going to get thrown out of a bar, he's going to destroy a really expensive car while he's at it.
I'm gonna hop down from the stage and kind of like, all right, I've decided I like you more when you're less obvious.
Oh, so you have problems with me too. I figured you all would. You'll get over them, hopefully.
Is that a threat or a promise?
I honestly wish I knew, but we'll find out.
Oh my god, this cryptic bullshit. All right, I've had enough of this.
I think you hear from outside Coyote like raising a hand saying, "That's what you get for talking to a fucking fake god."
Oh, no. She's walking right out of the bar and going again to, I think, throwing him further this time with the tentacle arm.
Yeah, do it. I need to mark how much harm he's taken so far.
Not much, because that was a 6.
That was 6. Oh, fun. Where am I in this? I think you you go to grab Coyote and you're about to smack him, and like you have the tentacle like ready to like basically rip his head off, and he just smiles and he says, "Smile for the camera." And all of a sudden, it's not him in your hands. It's actually a scared woman, and you're surrounded by paparazzi.
Oh no. And I'm going to just slink into the earth, just ashamed of myself.
Yeah, that sounds like a runaway.
another 6.
Oh. You know, the worst thing I can think right now is you get away, but you take her with you.
Oh, fun. Oh, fun. Back to the nursery. This will go fine. This is good. This is good.
Jupiter, there are a bunch of paparazzi outside.
I am going. I'm not going to slink away. I'm just going to march outside and kind of like, well, what are they saying? What are they shouting and whatnot?
Well, Jupiter, does the Pantheon normally kidnap scared women?
No, only the shite ones do. And look, it's a Pantheon of 12. You're bound to get a few shite ones.
Jupiter, what happened to all the people in that pub?
Oh, well, look, sometimes, when you go to a performance of mine, sometimes people just get a little bit doolally and, they need a little bit of look, sometimes they just need a little chill pill. So I just, give them a ride home.
Does that mean that you killed dozens of people tonight?
No, that would be incredibly ridiculous. I may have given them a night they won't forget. You know what? What I gave them is a dinner story that they'll never stop dining off.
Jupiter, are you going to pay for the psychiatry bills?
If they can catch up with me. And with that, I'm going to also go. I'm going to, the move is run away. But with that, it's a bit more, it's going up the sky this time.
It's not the same position. I think you can just get away here. There's not like an actual pressure on you. Unlike Shubs, who was, oh my God, that looks so bad, Shubs.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. Very fun.
So Lou, remind me, what was the last thing that was being said before we cut away?
Was challenging Ball to come up with a good idea, and Anansi and I were kind of bonding. So we were saying, yeah, let's get out of here.
If you're leaving a Ball to, basically say, trying to figure out a plan for the Pantheon, which Ball is totally going to try to do. Baby sacrifice might be part of it.
I'm a little suspicious of what Ball's idea of a higher intention is going to be.
But yeah, where are you going with Anansi?
I think we're just going to be going for a walk because we're sort of downtownish in our building, right?
Sure.
Are we on the edge of town? Easy enough to get in, right?
I think downtown's fine.
Yeah. So walking down the street, there's like a rap club on one side of the street, and then down the block, you just see a bunch of people pushing and shoving outside of like a rock venue.
I think he looks at you. He's like, "Oh no, we're not. We're going to my place, not yours." Like, doesn't say it, but like the look says it all.
Your place or mine?
The look on his face is like, there is one right choice here.
All right, your lead.
So yeah, he goes into the club. People take one look at him and they're like, yeah, let him in. Whole VIP table, bottle service.
I pull up a chair next to him and like in the booth. It's like, this is actually pretty nice. Maybe I'm doing the wrong gigs.
What, you're tired of the fucking meat house, blood everywhere, can't tell if it's cow or people?
I'd be lying if I said I was bored.
Shit.
So, what the fuck are they even playing here? This barely sounds like music, man.
What? This is fucking easy E.
Okay. No, it's just the sound guys. The sound guys got this all wrong here. Okay, I know this song.
Right. So you prefer the wall of screening that you do. Fucking white boys.
What? I can hold my own here. Right? How's this one go? Cruising down the street in my 6'4", jogging the bitches, slapping the hose. That's the message you're sending, right?
Fuck, if you think that's what it's about, go ahead, take the stage.
I'm gonna give that a try. Would there be a house band here for like between the DJ sets or anything like that?
No,
We'd be on, like,
there's an MC.
Shit. Gonna have to upstage this guy. Get up on the edge of the stage, find like one of the other mics and give it a couple of good taps against like a speaker stack. And
you're getting boos from the crowd because, you know, they don't know who you are.
Start in with some line about fighting for your right to party, and then echoing some line that he had just said on stage, and then twisting it back on him. So it's making fun of him, like this is the only thing he's able to do on a Thursday night. He's got nothing better to do.
You are turning this into a rap battle. Go ahead and give a performance of just like, is the message how much better you are than them?
No, not even. I'm gonna try and do their thing, like spoken word, like beat poetry, but also trying to keep time with the whatever the DJ still got going. It's easy. It's 4/4. You can mess with that all day. So I can take some of my lyrics and I can take some of Anansi's, because I've heard a few of his songs, and try and call him out up on the stage too as I'm doing this. But
yeah, I'm just saying for the move.
Oh yeah,
you give a message. So I'm trying to figure out what the message is.
The message is that it is no longer safe to assume that everything is the way that you thought it was going to play out.
All right.
It is a dire omen.
Okay. Let's see how this plays out.
Dark. Okay, so I'm not under the moonlight, so I can't even bullshit that. Okay. I'm gonna throw 2 new D6s on here. Pick a color.
You know, you can just share the dice on there.
Oh, this way I can actually see which ones I've rolled. 1 and a 2. Well, that didn't go well.
So it is a fantastic performance, of course, because you're divine. I have to delete all those dice because there were too many on the screen.
That's why I picked the new color.
That's why I'm like, no, just re-roll the ones that are there because it stops it from having like just all the dice piling up. That's my personal preference. So your message is don't assume things are the way they are. It's yeah. So I think you get done on stage and everyone's just looking at you and they're like, yeah, fuck the status quo. And they're going to pour out into the streets and start ripping up the place. Yeah, you inspired a riot.
So I put the mic down on the speaker stack, just shake my head at everyone pouring out the doors, walk back to the table. Well, service will be quicker. So, looks like it's going to be an interesting night out there.
Yep.
But I didn't throw a bottle at anybody, so things are trending up.
No, but that looks like a Molotov cocktail out there. Ooh, electronic store. That's going to be pricey.
Like it's the first time they've looted an electronics store.
He looks at you like, yeah, he's just like, really? Well, fuck you, white boy, and gets up and leaves.
Lou just sits there quietly, finishes his glass of whiskey, puts it on the bar on his way out, and walks out through the chaos.
Yeah, the cops are starting to show up. And let's move back to Manabu. Or is it Shubs right now?
I would like it to say that Manabu's taking control again.
I think the paparazzi with you abducting a woman is enough. Like, the get the fuck out of there was probably a Manabu decision.
Yeah. Pretty much.
So you get back into your home with this woman screaming bloody murder.
And I think he'll put his hand over her mouth, but in realize it's like, shh, there's a child here.
That just makes her even more scared. And God, I think Hattie comes out. He's like, what the fuck is this shit?
It's something I'm trying to deal with. I'm not good at this. Can you take her and get her the ticket to her favorite God's concert? I know it's not going to be me now.
What the? Look, you bring back a booty call and it goes wrong, and it's my business to clean this up.
No, this is not a booty call. No, it's not like that. This is a mistake. This is the Shub's problem. It's not me. It was her. Not her, but her.
What the? Honey, she like goes to the woman that you're like silencing, who is trying to scream very, very loudly right now.
And he's still just probably just very, very badly trying to keep her quiet because he does not want to put his son back to sleep.
Oh, you already hear the crying from the baby's room. And May's like, what? So what the hell is going on here? She's like, he grabbed me off the street with a tentacle and was going to rip my head off and then abducted me here. And oh my God, he wants my blood. And Hetty just like looks at her, looks at you, and then just starts like smacking you and like calling you an idiot.
Look, I'm sorry. It was Coyote. Coyote's tricky. I didn't think it was going to be this tricky. And ma'am, I'm sorry. Hattie, I'm sorry. Ma'am, I've got to go deal with Alan. I'll deal with Alan. You deal with this. It'll be fine. Everything will be fine. It's going to be fine.
So yeah, you get to your baby's room and he is crying, super upset.
I think Manabu is feeling the exact same way, but we'll go over, pick him up, just cradle him a little bit. It's like, I know. Dad's here. It's okay. It's fine.
This sounds like a keep your cool.
Okay.
Like you're trying to cool down, you're trying to cool down the baby.
Got a 9.
Okay. Yeah, so tell you how your actions would leave you vulnerable and make you choose whether to back down. I'm not sure how to interpret this one. I think, here's a good one. Anytime you try to put Alan down, he starts crying.
Okay, so Manabu will try it once. So you see him get upset, bring him back, and just sit down. Like make a chair grow from the ground. Just sit down in it and just hold him close and start singing a little lullaby to him to try and make him go to sleep.
After a little while, the woman I think comes in.
And he looks up and he's like, I'm really sorry. I really did not intend to do this.
I don't understand it, but I mean, are you really a father?
Yes, that's my mother-in-law out there. Her daughter and I met at the top league math. I forget the name. We weren't really that interested in it. We were. I'm sorry. I shouldn't go into this if you're not really interested, I guess. And
Well, I mean, it's just I'm trying to get my head around it, and I mean, I haven't really been following the Pantheon, but
oh well, we were in school together. We were the top kids in our class. We were fighting for a single scholarship to see who would go on to greatness. When we were 18 and we got the letter, one of us going to be rejected, one of us going to be accepted, we burned them and eloped. Our parents were not happy with us doing this with our future, turning away what could be a career for thousands for love. My parents disowned me. Hers stopped talking to her for a few years. She got pregnant, and we did math like we did in the old days. There was a 1% chance that things could go wrong. Things went wrong.
where is she now?
She's no longer with us.
Oh. Do you want to turn her on? Because I think you might be turning her on.
Yes,
sad widow story.
I will do that. Nope, I got a 2. Could be a great time for Hattie to come in and remind me how bad of a father I was, or a husband.
No, I think let's see. I think she's going to lean in and kiss you. And then after she breaks it off, she's going to be like, "It's really fucked up that that he's going to be an orphan in 2 years."
Yeah, that's what's fucked up about this. That's the only thing.
And we are going to cut to Jupiter. Jupiter, you got the fuck out of there. Where did you go?
Ooh. I think she's for a moment she's gonna go back home to sulk, and then kind of realize, and then kind of like, she after sulking for a bit, she gets bored of that, and I think she was actually gonna go. I think she's gonna go to a certain throne room and just kind of like vent on that for a bit.
You like listen to the TV or radio or anything?
Oh. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I might pick up something, and I might go find someone and taunt them about about a certain thing they've sparked off.
Yeah. So you totally can hear that that there's a riot downtown. And it sounds like it. And you're getting mixed reports, but a couple of them say that it was because of a performance from the Pantheon, and they don't specify who. There's also the reports of a Pantheon kidnapping and destruction of property and mass kidnapping. And did like 80 people just show up on random international flights?
I hear all that. And did they mention a specific punk rocker at any point? I assume they did.
No, so the news is not very good at distinguishing Pantheon members right now.
Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is definitely I will go. I think I'm gonna go. I think I heard about the riots. That's one's new, and I think I'm just gonna go there to see who's caused the latest mess up, mainly to make myself feel better. And yeah, so if I'm gonna teleport to where the news said where the riots are happening.
Yeah. So you get there, and the first thing you notice is there is a bunch of looks like cops in riot gear hanging it from like street lights wrapped in spider silk.
Ooh, okay. I give them a nod. And okay, all right. I think I'll cut down. Yeah, I'll cut down all of them. Probably with a flash of lightning. And I grab one of them and kind of like, what's been happening?
You goddamn freaks. We were here to disperse a destructive riot, and one of you assholes goes ahead and fucking wraps us all up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, shouldn't be, but you're kind of in a no-win situation. And I pat him in the cheek.
Fuck. Okay, guys, get the riot gas, the rubber bullets. We gotta get this taken care of.
Wait, hold on. Not saying we can't take care of ourselves. I'm just saying you can't do it for us. Have you not studied your Pantheon stuff? Again, I feel like I'm the only one who's done the research here.
Look,
just
look. You and your bunch of degenerate freaks can go back to whatever fucking hole you crawled out of and stop messing with our goddamn city. Come on, boys. Lock and load.
Oh dear.
And you are definitely getting a very aggressive vibe from these police officers.
Can I give them a show of force? Like, can I have actual lightning kind of like pierce down and not on them, but right in front of them?
Sounds like a shut someone down.
What? It's always that. I'm not gonna lash out at these policemen.
That or give a performance.
Yeah,
because it could be a performance of like show of force.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I think it is a impromptu performance. It is very much, again, big silly wall of sound that's just loud and encompassing, and it's kind of like the same message I was telling the previous session in that leave your troubles away. I'm here to lift you all up. But basically, it's kind of like an inverse of like leave your troubles to me. You don't have control over this, and you never will. I guess it's just a big, showy, like massive wall of sound, and that's gonna be a roll with dark, I assume.
Yep.
All right. Oh, come on. Well, okay. So that's a 3.
Hey, that XP is super delicious.
I guess.
So yeah, I'm gonna say, Lou, you hear this big wall of sound that you probably recognize, and as you come, rushing out and coming into view, you see a bunch of cops in riot gear, pointing beanbag shotguns at Jupiter, and they're like. And they're basically saying, okay, she's one of them. It's her fault. We got to take her down.
Oh, hell no. I come walking out of like the alley where I was standing back watching this develop and just like spear tackle one of the riot guys from the side, like knock the next one's gun away, and then we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, this
it's just going to be
definitely
lashing
sounds like out physically.
Yeah.
By the way, it's so great when you guys fail performances.
Ooh, this time I would be under the moonlight, though, wouldn't I?
Yes. But this is, I thought you were going to lash out
Yep.
here.
Volatile. Okay, that's still
If
okay.
you want to perform later, that's we can deal with that.
No, I'm going to grab the 3 and the 4 and re-roll those. 1 and a 3. This is insane. 4, that gets me to a 6. You want to help?
There is no help in Monster Hearts.
Oh,
Oh,
of course there isn't.
just think of what you can do with all this XP coming in.
Fail at new moves. So I spear tackle one of them, try and knock the gun away from the second one, and then
I think you successfully spear tackle, but they just kind of dogpile you, and basically, they hold you down and zip tie your arms and legs together.
can I work a performance from here as like video cameras from the TV stations show up?
Oh, fuck, you throw divine energy into anything into this, and yes.
What I'm going to do is list off badge numbers and all of their dirty secrets as they're hauling me away to the car.
Let's see. How does that work? They kind of sound. Is this something that you just like know as your god?
Purview is truth, and exposing truths, dominance craft.
Yeah. Okay. No, I think. Yeah, you are. Yeah, give a performance to effectively expose every wrongdoing these people have done in their law enforcement careers.
So what I'm doing, instead of like the am I being detained, is as they've got me like picked up off the ground on the zip ties. It's like badge 0357 shot 3 black kids for no reason. That one over there is cheating on his wife and his girlfriend. Just being hauled away to the back of the car. That one's dirty. Sorry, hands are tied behind back. That one's dirty. He's taking gang money.
So the message is basically the police have no moral high ground.
Mm-hmm. 8 and 3 is 11.
Okay.
Oh God, how does that go?
So this is even more fun. Okay, so you get a string on someone involved, someone in the scene. So it can be one of the cops, someone from the press showing up. It could be Jupiter.
One of the reporters.
Okay, what's their name?
Oh, jeez. Trying to think of a good 1990s name. Can everyone be named Jessica or Jennifer or something like that?
Jennifer Jessica.
No, too far.
Jennifer Jones.
That one's taken. Jennifer Oscar.
Jessica Jones has been taken, not Jennifer Jones.
Fair.
Because I'm terrible.
Let's do that. And it's exactly like you'd expect it to be. It's her reporter friend from the Jessica Jones show.
Nosy reporter. So that's part of it. Someone also takes the message to a dangerous extreme.
Oh man, isn't Nancy still nearby?
Yes, Anansi can totally be nearby.
He knew one of those kids.
Was that?
He knew one of those kids. Or he thinks he knows one of those kids.
Okay. God, you guys
That's his angle.
Pantheon. We'll come back to that later.
Are the cops still on me?
No, Lou gave them a much more compelling target.
Mm-hmm.
They are distracted. However, if you stick around and not do anything, they may come back to arrest you too.
I think as Lou is being carted to the car, give him a shrug, and it's like, I tried, and I'm gonna. Can I see Anansi?
Lou just flashes back a grin at you.
Yeah, I think there's a cut, you look up and like the scene cuts and there's Anansi like sitting on the ledge of one of the roofs and obviously he looks really pissed and he just gets up and starts jumping off into the distance.
Ooh. I think I'm gonna try and find him later. I don't think I want to chase him now. I think I'm kind of I'm just gonna head off as well and all right, well we'll grab Lou in the morning. I think Jupiter's gonna head back home. It's like, that's enough fucking excitement. I'm gonna sleep off this headache because the bruise is getting to her now.
Okay. So back in the domestic home.
Oh boy.
So yeah, you kidnapped this girl, this woman. And well, I mean, honestly, that was kind of odd. Like she kissed you and then basically brought up one of the most painful things going on in your life right now.
Yeah. And it looks like I'm glad you seem to be getting over this better than I figured you would have, but...
No, I still want to get the fuck out of here. You scare the shit out of me.
That's much more understandable. Let me see to Alan before I go, and I think within his domain, can he just have some of his spirits around?
Yes, except remember these are Lovecraftian. Are you sure you want to have them escort a scared woman?
Oh no. I'm going to point go outside. I'll be out there soon.
Look, if it's okay with you, if I just leave, is something going to murder me?
No, nothing will murder you. Not under my watch.
I think I'm just going to leave.
That is perfectly fine. I don't need to escort you then. Do you need any recompense before you go?
That might be a really good thing.
Okay. Now, if you take recompense, I'll have to drop a contract to make sure there's a non-disclosure agreement as well. I can't have secrets getting out.
Right, like you're a kidnapper who's looking to replace his wife.
That is what you think, then I am much scarier than I really intended to be. I'm sorry. But we'll get you some tickets to the shows, maybe a place in the city that's better than where you reside now. It'll be fine.
I'm thinking 10 million.
Oh, you're funny. Mm, I'll. Have you ever met Cronus?
Who's that? Look, 10 million, and I'll say you're a perfect gentleman. In the meantime, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Okay. We'll be seeing you again then.
Yeah,
Bye.
not creepy at all.
And I'll just you take Alan's little hand and make him wave too. Bye.
Still creepy.
It's one thing to threaten me. If she's going to try and threaten my reputation, that's another. Hattie! Oh, Hattie!
Oh. What do you want?
I want to dispose of some drugs I came across.
What? What?
Just get in here, please.
I'm not your goddamn servant.
No. You're the one who's going to take care of Alan after I'm gone. I expect some goddamn respect in here. Look.
Hey, you look. I am this kid's grandmother. You're going to treat me with some goddamn respect. I don't care if you're shub whatever the fuck. You screwed up my daughter's life. You got her killed. And now you expect me to kiss your ass for it? Because you're going to be dead in 2 years? You're getting what you fucking deserve.
I can find anyone in this world who would like to be Alan's caretaker. I can build a cult around him. You want to see your grandchild after 2 years? You better grow some fucking ovaries and realize who the fuck is in charge, old woman.
This definitely sounds like a shut someone down. Also, Manabu is a terrible person.
I got a 7.
Yes, what option are you choosing from the list?
I think I'm going to take +1 forward onto my next roll for just placing my dominance on my mother-in-law.
And you get the condition of monster.
I'll accept that. Do I make myself clear, mother?
Very. Dick.
It's Manabu. Oh, and I wasn't lying about the drugs. I know you have a predilection for them, and he'll reach into his way too many pocketed jacket and pull out some cocaine and throw it to her.
I think we cut the scene there. God damn.
These are all terrible, terrible people.
Yeah.
Well, Lou's trying his best. Kinda. Maybe.
I don't think Jupiter is the worst anymore.
Yes. And she just wants to enjoy herself, you know. She's fighting for the right to party.
But at what cost?
So I think now is a good moment to take a 5-minute break. Let's be back 25 after.
Honestly, can't wait to see that when the other people combine to be like, oh my god, how did you level up 2 times already?
Yeah, I mean, you guys had a lot of failures. Haven't been throwing around your strings though, which that is always fun. But in any case, it looks like we are all back, and oh, I forgot to look at one thing. Yeah, I think it's the next day. Lou, who comes to bail you out of jail?
Oh, that's a good question. I think it's someone that Kronos sent for us. I mean, let's go with Asteria, obviously.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're let out of the cell, and there's Asteria, kind of wearing just like a nondescript hoodie, and she takes off her headphones when she sees you.
Hey, thanks for the lift.
Hey, yeah, no problem. And she walks out of the station with you. She's like, so taking on the mortal authority.
Wasn't my fault. They were wrong, for starters, and they would have beat up Jupiter. And they were beating up Anansi's friends.
I mean,
They had guns, Asteria.
there's a lot more of them than there are of us.
Sure, but them against the people wasn't a fair fight. Figured I'd do what I could to even out the odds.
Even if it means going down and taking us all with you?
You'd all do fine without me. You'd probably do better without me.
Not if we're declared public enemy number 1.
Is that a joke? Is that an Anansi joke?
No. I mean, literally.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You...
No.
Well, I mean, is Anansi too, but if you're gonna turn it into gods versus mortals, mortals win every time.
It was mortals versus mortals. If we're not here for the sake of helping out people, then what are we here for? I mean, I disagreed up on the roof with Ball about the details, but I think Ball's right that we should be helping.
Maybe.
It wasn't a single innocent person I punched.
But I'm not sure if I agree with Ball. I mean, he's doing something good if it's possible, sure, but I'm pretty sure the rules of the game is to die young and leave a beautiful corpse.
I smile and there's still blood around the tops of my teeth and my eye is bruised the way Jupiter's was. The odds of me leaving a beautiful corpse are about slim to none. But thanks for being my conscience and making me think about the answers to questions like this. I put an arm over her shoulder as we walk out, and it's like a little bit to steady myself.
That sounds kind of romantic. Are you turning her on?
Not on purpose, but I think that's kind of what's probably happening.
Let's see what happens there. This is Monster Hearts. You're always turning people on.
Well, yeah, the fun part is that it's almost always by accident. Okay, hot is just +1. I'm going to grab the greens. Boxcars, 13.
13. Ooh.
The hell are my choices? This has been a while since I actually made a roll.
You don't make a choice here.
Okay,
you get a
string on
her, and she makes a choice. Oh no, I think the most interesting thing is for her to give herself to you. So I think she like wipes a little bit of blood like off your lip and leans in for a kiss.
I'm like startled back, but I still receive the kiss and like return it like politely at first, and then a little bit more.
Does it keep going into somewhere private?
I think it probably does.
All right. Well, tell us what that triggers.
Oh my God, I didn't think I'd actually hit that one. When I have sex, we establish a deep spiritual connection until either of us breaks that connection by having sex with someone else. Add 1 to all rolls made to defend them. You can tell when that connection has been broken.
Nice. So, Jupiter, what are you up to the next day?
I was tramping around the Pantheon building looking for Asteria to basically complain about the entirety of yesterday, what with the whole beer bottle breaking, and then the whole Shubsy conversation, and then the whole police confrontation thing, and so I'm just kind of like very loudly stomping around the well, not trying to be loud, but no, I am trying to be loud. That's a lie.
Yeah, I think it's Ball who finds you and stings like, we get it. You want attention. You want everyone to know just how annoyed you are that we aren't paying attention to you.
Well, kind of worked, didn't it?
Yes, now you can go home and let the adults work on important things.
Okay, all right, I'll bite. What's this important thing you adults are working on?
Curing AIDS.
Huh. All right, legacies. I see how it is. Why
I mean,
that
it's
particular?
better than just being an egotistical dick all the time.
Yeah, I don't know. It's much easier, isn't it? I mean, look, don't get me wrong, doing philanthropy is pretty fun, but you're gonna have to get up to some. You're gonna have to make some real sacrifices to get that done. You know? Do you know what I mean?
It's not a simple thing, but honestly, better than just wasting the gifts we've gotten.
Oh well, I hope. I just want to say, Bob, I hope I'm there to see whether whatever it is you have to do to make the world a better place, whatever sins you have to stain your heart with, I hope I'm there to see if you think it was all worth it in the end.
Are you shutting her down?
No. Why do we keep doing that?
because you're basically always making people feel bad, and that's the move for making people feel bad.
I guess, yeah. God, I need to meet some regular people that I don't feel condescending to. Okay, I'll roll. I will roll to shut her down. See how this works.
I mean, I'm making the suggestion. If
No,
you
yeah,
don't
no,
think
that
that's
makes
what you're doing,
because I don't think I'm trying to turn her on unless she finds condescension hot, which I don't think so. But I rolled anyway, and that's a 7.
so she gives you a condition.
Oh, jeez.
Um, but you get to choose one from the list.
Oh, yes. Let me look at the list. I'm gonna take a +1. Oh wait, actually no. I'll get a string on her.
Okay. She will give you the condition hopeless. Literally, you are showing that you have no hope and no desire to make things better.
Would you say that makes me unfashionable, unpopular? At least with the
No.
Pantheon? No, that's kind of what they expected, isn't it?
Well, I mean, I am planning on hitting you with that at some point, but
Yeah.
I don't think now that didn't feel like the time to do it. I'm sorry, that didn't feel like the trigger to do it.
Hmm. Okay. So I think after I say that, what did she say after I say that?
She's like, "Hey, look, if you're too scared of a better world, that's your problem. You can go ahead and hide in your ego all you want."
Bet you'll have more fun though.
Sure you will.
We'll see. We'll see by the end of it. 2 years time, we'll see who's had the most fun. Now, if you're just gonna condescend to me about being a better person, you just look. I'm looking for Asteria. I don't think she'd care about any of this anyway. Hopefully, seeing where she
Oh.
is.
You mean the person who actually cares about the fellow Pantheon? Yeah, she went to go pick up Lou.
Really? I can feel my side of my face twitching. Huh. Right. Well, that's her business, I guess. Right. Well, whatever. Doesn't matter. That's her business. I'll come find her when she's done taking care of him, I guess. Now that's someone who really cares, I guess. And Jupiter's gonna storm off, really annoyed now.
So Manabu, what are you doing in the morning?
I am trying to clean up the mess I made last night, and I'm going to suck up my pride and go to Cronus.
Yeah, he's in his brownstone. He's actually like doing house chores.
Do you need some help?
Oh no, I've got this.
Okay, good. I need the help then.
Hmm?
I did not think I'd be coming to you so soon with problems of my own, but Coyote and I got into a little scuffle. Coyote made me look bad.
Oh, boys will be boys. Terrible attitude to have.
Yes, but I'm no longer just a boy. I house the soul of the Earth Mother inside of me, and even if I did not have her, I do not want to be seen as some barbaric, woman-taking man-child.
Honestly, not the worst thing that's happened in mythology.
I know, but my own having such problematic beginnings, and with such wonderful chatter from my fellows as fake God and all that thing, I would like to at least leave a good memory of what I can do.
Well, I mean, it's good. That's more up to you on what your legacy is. If you do things that are beloved, then you'll be beloved. If you do things that are feared, then you will be feared.
So I don't need to give her $10 million.
I don't know who she is and why you're giving her large sums of money.
Coyote drove me back home. I took an unwilling participant with me. She exchanged fluids, mouth ones, don't worry about it, and then told me that she needed money or else she was going to tell people I was not that great. So I decided to seek some help about it.
Okay. So what are you asking for? Are you asking for me to kill her and dispose of the body? Are you asking me for $10 million?
I'm asking you for what would be, in your mind, a reasonable solution for one such as I. I don't think $10 million is a reasonable solution, since even if I did have it, that's not what I would be using the money for. I'm thinking of a different solution, one where maybe we can all win in some way.
What I mean is, the two things that I can think of is pay her off or kill her.
Really? That's all you can think of, and you've been alive this long. Oof. And I was here hoping for wisdom.
Well, simple solutions. I mean, you could also. I mean, I don't know this woman. I don't know if an apology would do the trick.
I already did apologize. I don't think it will. So, I think I'll offer her a job. Maybe that'll solve this.
Okay.
If not, we already have, what you say. You know, a 6-foot hole in the ground may solve some problems, and silence solves others. Thank you, Cronus.
Oh, and my time being alive, disposing of a body is way easier when you're a god.
Oh, no doubt. I don't think I would even have to dig the hole. Just a few simple words and she'd be sunk in the ground. Even alive, I won't even have to kill her. The earth can do it for me.
Well, that's rather gruesome.
Oh, yes.
Well, your endeavors.
Thank you very much. And he will leave a bit too chipper.
Yeah. Never said Kronos was like necessarily the role model for morality here. So Lou, where do you and Astra end up? Asteria.
For the sake of the Fade to Black scene? Or for the sake of like getting back on track after that?
I'm trying to place where you are right now.
I think after a little detour, we end up back at the shared house.
Okay. What is it? Are your place or hers?
Oh no, I think it happens during the little detour on the way. Just like find a parkade or something like that. Just it's not like a well planned out thing. I think it was just a response to the moment.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so then you go back to your domain. what is your area like?
A freakishly clean, like dorm room looking thing. Like I don't know what the house is actually made of, but this looks like cinder blocks. It's white. There's a couple of posters on the walls and like candles along the window ledge, and then just a closet, and it's just all black shirts, black jeans.
Like on one of those like just like pipe pipe structures on wheels where you can just hang clothes on directly from the hangers. Like not have a closet, just have your wardrobe completely like.
I was thinking closet, but I like that idea even better. Like it's just a rolling rack out of a Sears store or something like that. And then just piles of books up along like the door frames and all the corners.
Okay. So there's a knocking at your door.
Yep, it's open.
So how much time have you spent with Maddie?
With Maddie, not much at all.
Do you recognize her?
No.
Okay. So there is this woman holding a baby knocking who's come in.
Sorry, was it Maddie or Hattie? Oh,
I'm sorry,
Maddie.
Hattie.
Okay.
That's my bad.
No, I'm trying to figure if I smelled burnt toast for a second there. No, I barely recognize her, but I recognize it was Alan, right? I remember that there's this infant in the house, and there's no good reason for that.
Hi, Garfield. Look, I really need your help.
I moved from where I was sitting on like the nice square chair in the corner. I sit on the edge of the bed and I gesture to the chair for her. Yeah, what's up?
Nabu's a monster. He's going to take Alan away, create a cult to him, never let me see him again. I need to get away. I need to get Alan away from this.
Can you just leave with him?
That's what I was going to do, but I don't know. Can he just track us down?
He mentioned this black go to the woods thing, very attached to the young. I don't know how far you could run from that. But maybe he would just let you leave. I don't know.
I'm sure he'd let me leave, but... And she looks down to Alan. But you could protect us from him, right?
I could try. I could stand between you and him. I think there's a few others who might agree with that too.
I don't know what else to do.
What's wrong with staying? You can keep Alan safe here. Keep Alan safe away from Inabu here.
If you can protect us, yeah.
We'll see what I can do. Like, what's he done? What's he done now, I guess, is the real question.
It all started last night when he kidnapped that woman.
I take it you mean he did not kidnap a babysitter?
No. He's claiming that it was Shub whatever that is who did it, but he kept on ordering me around like that, hunchback from that old movie, Frankenstein or whatever. And
he tries to play it off like whatever god he got is changing him, but from everyone else here, I think it just makes us more of who we were already. So even if you're seeing him in a good mood, I wouldn't trust that any further. I'll do what I can.
Thank you,
Keep an eye
Garfield.
out for you.
I could always tell that you were one of the good ones.
I wouldn't go so far as that, but I'm not the one putting a kid through this. Kind of awkwardly sit forward, just kind of give her a shoulder pat. And then, does she have the kid with her? Does she have Alan with her?
Yeah.
I look down and I don't know, does he like smile? Whatever he does, I just kind of like wiggle a finger at him.
Yeah,
I think
Ellen's asleep right now, but
okay.
Jupiter, where did you go after your altercation with Ball?
I think her appetite for trying to find Asteria has suddenly vanished for now. I think she kind of knows what she's gonna find. So I think instead she's gonna go look for Manabu and kind of like see if he's still.
Yeah, let's say you see Manabu leaving Cronus's place.
Yeah, I think I think no. I'm not gonna call for him, but I am just gonna loudly walk behind him.
After a few moments, he'll like stop and wait and see if you're gonna walk into his back.
Yeah, I totally do.
He'll stumble forward a bit. It's like, were you doing this on purpose, or was I going where you were going?
Little column A, little column B. Honestly, I mean, yeah, little column A, little column B, and she's gonna peer forward, kind of trying to look into your eyes.
And he'll turn around. He's not hiding his eyes. There's no goat pupils this time. It's like, look, about yesterday.
I get it. No need to apologize. You got a bit of that. Got a bit of that. Got a bit of that godliness take over you. That's fine. It happens apparently. And you lost control of yourself. Kidnapped the lady apparently. What's up with that?
Yes, I'm trying to deal with that. Cronus said I could either pay her $10 million or kill her. I'm thinking there might be some leeway between those two options.
Yeah, those are two kind of extremes, aren't they?
Very much so. I was hoping someone his age would have like grandmotherly wisdom, since I can't go to my own mother-in-law for that anymore, it seems.
No, that's the thing. People like Kronos, and again, research. Again, I'm the only one who read the book. People like him, they're facilitators. They might be old enough to give away advice, but the Pantheon, you, me, the rest of us, we're all alone. We're here trying to figure out who we are and finding out that what we're finding out is butting heads with everyone else is finding out. You don't trust people like him who's lived long enough that they just don't give a shit. And we still kind of do,
I give more than a shit, and I really don't want her dead. I was thinking of going to Lou. He's the god of truth, and he might be able to parse through whatever she's saying if she goes public with this kidnapping. I mean, she nearly pushed herself on me. What kind of creepy Stockholm shit is that within minutes?
Oh, you don't think you're selling yourself a bit short there?
What? Me?
Look, I can. Look, if I'm being honest, like I'm not gonna go for the whole tentacly thing. People like that, I guess. You know what I mean?
I
I don't know. Jupiter, are you kind of coming on to Manabu here?
No, I'm being honest with him. I'm praising him, and maybe a little bit, but not right now.
Because I mean, I don't know, like telling someone how objectively hot they can be. It kind of sounds like you might be turning them on.
You
I
know
think
what? It's never intentional, I guess. Oh, sorry. Were you gonna say something, Ferret?
it really feels to Manabu like you are. He did not expect to be thought of as hot like this. This is interesting.
Yes, but I think Jupiter's going on in this sort of, God, don't you get it? Even I can see it. Come on, that sort of way. But yeah, I don't like you said. No one intentionally turns people on here, except for us who decide it. Jesus Christ, that is a 11.
Okay, so you get a string on Manabu, and Manabu, you choose one of those three.
I think I'm going to promise you something. And it's like, look, for last night, I owe you. Whenever you need me, just put your hand to the earth and call out my name. I'll be there. I'll back you up.
As if that's ever gonna happen. But I think you see a genuine smile, kind of like on Jupiter, even as she says that.
I really hope it doesn't, because if you feel the need to summon me, I think something dreadful will have gone on.
Heaven and earth. I'd ship that.
Right. Well, that started. You're off to look for a hero, aren't you? Then.
Yeah, I'm hoping Garfield will help me. I don't. We don't have that much of a rapport right now, so we'll see how
Yeah.
this goes.
Yeah,
Could
and
you
Go on.
maybe with Hattie? You seem to be on good terms with her. Would you see if she's okay?
What? What? Why? What's happened now? What's up with Hattie?
I think she. No, I know she blames me for her daughter's death. I know she blames me for all these problems, and I'm just afraid she'll act irrationally.
Okay. But I want to know. I guess I'll ask her then. Sure. All right. I'm not gonna be the your hero for tonight. Go find Lou and also, and Jupiter kind of rubs her face. Tell him I'm also looking to talk to him about stuff.
Will do.
Cool. So I'll catch you then. And yeah, she's gonna walk off, not really knowing what to make of that entire scene. She's gonna go look for Hattie.
Okay. So Lou, just to kind of figure out what the next scene is, what are you going to do after Hattie came to see you?
I'm going to go talk to Kronos and try and figure out what actually happened last night as far as he understands it.
Okay. Oh God, this is terrible. So you're gonna talk to Kronos. Manabu is going to lose a place. And Jupiter, where were you going?
I think because she doesn't want to find us there at the moment. She actually wants to go talk to Lou. She's gonna go find Hattie at the moment.
Where would you go looking for Hattie? Are you going to go to like Manabu's place then?
Yeah, I've been there before.
Okay. Let's do Manabu first.
So I arrive at Lou's place and knock on the door.
You hear footsteps. You see an eye up at the eyepiece that then goes, and then you hear more footsteps, and no one answers the door.
Ooh. This is Lou's place, so I'll just try the door, see if it's unlocked.
It is. However, that doesn't necessarily mean much to you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what if Lou put any magical safeguards in, but
I'll just open. It's like, hello. I saw your face. Well, some of it.
you think you hear heavy breathing, but no response.
Lou, wait, Lou, would you hide from me? You're not scared of me, are you? Oh, if this is a fucking booty call, I'm going to... Look, I don't care who he's sleeping with. Come out, we can talk. Please just show yourself.
Yeah, Hetty so is not coming out.
Guess I'm going to take a step inside then.
So you're just gonna break the lock?
No, he said the door was open.
The door was locked.
Oh, no.
There's no magical wards on it, though.
Oh, never mind.
Just a mundane lock. A mundane lock isn't going to stop you. I'm not going to even make you roll.
Oh, no. If the door was locked, he'll just go back to, just going to check with the other gods then and see what happened last night. Since he heard there was a riot, he'll go check with Anansi since Lou is not answering.
Okay. So then let's go and do let's do Lou. So you're going to Cronus?
Yes, sir.
So yeah, he answers the door. He's like, "Oh, 2 visitors. No, actually, I'm going to revise that. 3 visitors in one day. Oh, I am so blessed."
And we're wearing a path right up to your door today.
Yes. Well, come on in. Come on in. Would you like something to eat?
Sure. Thanks. Whatever's handy. Don't worry. Don't fix anything.
Yeah, I think he comes back with some cheese and crackers.
Not like little finger sandwiches. Okay.
Well, you said don't make anything, so.
So you said there's what, 3rd person today? You haven't happened to talk to Manabu yet, have you?
Oh, yes.
So what's going on there? Something about abducting someone and also kind of holding his mother-in-law hostage, give or take?
I haven't heard of the last one.
Okay, that was a matter of opinion, I guess.
It sounds like he might be in the need for $10 million, or if he doesn't want to get his hands dirty. Although he seemed okay with getting his hands dirty. Kind of spreads some cheese onto a cracker and takes a bite himself.
So what did he get in trouble with for $10 million? Syria bailed me out for like 5,000.
Mm-hmm. I would assume it had something to do with the abduction.
Yeah. So what's that all about?
He didn't go into much details and seemed to expect me to have some special insight, but without knowing more, really the only 2 options I can think of is pay her off or kill her.
I feel like those are pretty extreme options. Pay off who? Does this woman he randomly abducted, or is this someone? Is this one of us? What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Fine.
I mean, I wish I knew more. But these things happen. Oh, you should have seen the trouble Thor used to get into.
That doesn't make it any better, just saying that Thor got away with it, so how about
Oh, Thormo certainly did not get away with it. You know, never quite get over seeing someone have their skull cracked open with their own hammer. Spreads cheese on another cracker.
I can see why he would come to you. You might not have all the answers or like the best strategy, but you're the most survivingist out of all of us so far.
I know, it's so unfortunate. But we all have our role to play. Mine is not to be in the limelight, to be the hero or the villain, just to be there when it begins and when it ends.
Thanks for the crackers. I'm out the door, just kind of shouting across the courtyard for Manabu.
So you're just like shouting, Manabu!
Yeah, what have you done now?
So Jupiter, you were going to Manabu's place. You get there and the door is already ajar.
I just walk in. Like I've done this before. Like I'm not even gonna like think that's suspicious. I don't think I even noticed. Just open the door, walk through.
Yeah. The place looks a little on the messy side. Oh, there's some blow on the coffee table.
Oh, that's tempting. You know what? I'm gonna dump that into my pockets for later.
As you're like re-scooping up the blow into the baggie, Coyote comes out with a bag of Doritos. Well, this is awkward. Munch, munch, munch.
Yeah. Since when did you skirt around Manabu's place? This isn't the domain you invade into. This is kind of my job.
Oh no, I break into everyone's places.
By
the way, good choice in sex toys.
Thanks. Yeah, you didn't use them, did you? You're just admiring, right?
That's for you to wonder.
Amazing. Anyway, what have you found out around here? Save me the trouble of looking through the place.
The blow's kind of meh. Junk food's pretty good.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna settle for meh blow. Do you want it?
So
no. Before you get into anything, Coyote, have you actually found anything interesting, or do you just like skirt over the shadow stuff? Just tell me, so I don't have to waste my time with you.
Well, the kid's not home. Most of the diapers and shit are packed up too.
Huh. Manabu must have fucked up.
Probably.
Well,
by the way, how did things go with the lady friend? Well, lady friend might not be the right term. Victim. No, that feels a little bad. Practical joke. You know what? I'm just an asshole, aren't I?
That's the one thing I do like about you, Coyote. You're just honest. See, the rest of them, they're not honest. Like, they're trying to dress themselves up with whatever. But speaking of that lady friend, it's either pay her 10 million or kill her, apparently.
Interesting.
There's a spectrum in between. You know what I mean? Is this another thing you're gonna stick your snout into?
Maybe. Honestly, even this is getting a little uncomfortable for me. Like, seriously? He's thinking of killing her? That's fucked up, man.
Apparently it was a suggestion. There's a spectrum. Why? I have to ask, why interest in Manabu? I mean, some of them are trying to cure AIDS or whatever.
Oh man, isn't that fucked up?
Yeah, thinking they're gonna have an impact on the world. That's ridiculous. They only have 2 years. The most we can do is, leave a few happy memories and some very beautiful corpses.
Well, of course we're going to have a impact on the world. We're gods.
True.
But since when does a story about gods trying to make things better ever turn out happy?
Apparently they're gonna buck the trend. And when you hear that from Bao,
I mean, haven't you ever read the Iliad?
skim through it.
So, I'm surprised. Aren't you all about the required reading? So, Athena is all like, oh, hey, this is a terrible war. We should put an end to it. So I'm going to give this guy who thinks he's pretty clever the idea that's going to end the whole thing. And he does. And he gets all the credit. Well, that's not so good with Athena. I mean, it was her doing. She was the one who gave it. So she talked to her uncle Poseidon, and this guy just never quite found his way home. And that's how you get the Odyssey. And look at all the trouble he caused at that point. Now, compared to my stories, I go ahead and one of my fellow gods is putting the stars up in the sky. Very careful, but not really any pattern to it. So I offered to help. What do? I make pretty pictures, and we get our constellations. Now, of course, I forget to put myself up there, and that's all. That's a whole nother story. But when we are tricksters, when we are monsters, when we allow the humans to overcome us, that is our impact. Apparently, Lou understands that. That old asshole got arrested last night.
I think I just sigh at that and feel the side of my face again. It's like, oh, he's never gonna stop trying, is he? Poor thing. Anyway, your story kind of made me fall asleep on my feet there. She pulls out the blow. Might as well want to use this.
I could use a bump on my way out.
Okay. Well then, I guess your role is just to bump in and out, and just provide the comic relief comment.
And this is about where you hear yelling from the distance, Manabu!
Well,
what have you done this time?
I think I'm just gonna I've taken out the blow. I'm gonna attend to that first, and it's almost determinedly I'm taking it out. I'm looking at the eyes and look, you agreed to this. Let them deal with their bullshit for now.
So Manabu, you hear your name being shouted off from the distance.
I'm heading towards it because it's coming from Lou, who I was looking for originally.
So where do you guys end up meeting up? And Lou, what do you do when you see Manabu?
I think it's like the hallway near his place. So whatever's going on with Coyote and Jupiter, they can hear the whole thing that's going on.
Oh, Lou, one of us, I guess, I don't know who, that you were looking for me. I was looking for you.
You found me.
I think this is when Manabu starts tearing up a bit. I have a problem, and all I've gotten so far is either kill it or pay it off. I don't want to do either of those, and I think my mother-in-law and I are having a falling out. I just, I know you have powers to make people tell the truth. The woman that I kidnapped, I'm abducted, whatever, is threatening me, threatening my family, threatening my reputation. I just thought maybe you could see the truth to her claims that I didn't do anything, that I just let her go. It was all a misunderstanding. And with that, she doesn't need the $10,000, and no one needs to die.
And you just want my help to set some things straight?
Yes, you're really good at this. I mean, your performances are a bit much, but you're a good guy. You
Oh, you're right. They're honest, right?
and upstanding and nice and kind of scruffy and really, really in right now. And
Are you trying to turn Lou out?
I think I am just a bit indiscriminate, just trying to compliment him and just dropping way too many that should be. And I'll be taking my +1 forward to this. Even then, I got a 5.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Lou, you recognize when someone's trying to play you and doing a terrible job of it.
I smile, and there are way too many teeth for what's going on, but it's a giant smile. Yeah, I will help you with that. What's it worth to you? Like, I don't need 10 million. Just a promise?
Yes, anything. Well, I don't want it to kill anyone. I don't want anyone to die.
Of course not. That's not what I'm here for.
What is it then?
You give Hattie and Alan some space. You can see that you're probably not the best thing for either of them right now, right?
You want me to step away from my child?
Not step away, but
after she told me she was going to.
Whoa. I'm helping you. And all I'm asking is that you respect what Hattie's asking, and that you let her help raise Alan without the conflict of you and her around for a little bit. She'll be here, she'll be safe.
Is that who was in your fucking room?
That doesn't matter. Would you storm in there and prove my point?
No. I knocked on the door. There was someone there. I respected your space. I'm not some mindless beast.
Sure. So,
quick cut to Coyote and Jupiter doing blow in Manabu's place. Cut back.
So you're gonna have to put me in touch with this woman, and you're gonna have to run down what really happened as far as you're concerned with me before I talk to her. But then we can get a matter of public record, so that everyone knows what a good person you are and that nothing untoward happened.
And Alan will stay in the Pantheon building. He will not be removed from my care.
Exactly. I know you care about him. I know you want to do the best for him, and it's just hard for you to sometimes see the right way to get there.
I see that you're trying to help. Thank you. I will accept your conditions currently.
All right. So I need a number for this lady. And...
Oh! I don't have her number or her name. Just a trace of her saliva. How did she think I was going to bribe her?
Because she knows where to find you.
I guess this is a bit more messy than I thought. Fisk.
I have an idea. I'll see if I can do something.
Thank you. I think I'll retire for a bit. If you see Hattie, tell her I need to talk. That I would like to talk. Not need. I will respect this.
I'll pass that on as well.
Thank you, Lou.
I think at this note, Astra shows up and is like, okay, I need both your help. You need to see this. I don't know what to do, but it's really bad.
Who's involved? Oh, sorry.
No. At the sound of Astra's voice, Manabu's door bursts open and Jupiter kind of walks out, rubbing her face. It's like, what? I heard Astra needs help. What?
And Coyote comes out a minute later, his shirt buttoned crooked, him doing up his pants.
Jupiter's not even mad. I think she kind of expected that.
Like, his shirt was on correct a moment ago, right?
I couldn't hear the first part of that.
And his shirt was on correct a moment ago, and he's just being a shit disturber.
Yes. He purposely made himself look like the two of them were having sex in Manabu's.
Yeah, because Jupiter still probably looks as she was when Manabu saw her, which with her right now is just a sweater and a skirt. No, it's a woolly jumper.
Okay,
it's cold.
Okay, good. That's everyone. Ball's already outside, so yeah.
Oh, what the fuck is she doing?
Oh, it's not what she's doing. And she goes, like, she's not running, but she is like making it a point that you need to move fast. So when you get out to right in front of the Pantheon building, hey Lou, remember all those police that you read off the badge numbers for?
Not offhand, but yes. I remember some of it.
Yeah, so they're part of Anansi's human puppet show. And they're acting out all of their sins. Being forced to. Basically by Anansi pulling silk strings attached to them. Very publicly.
I assume he's up on like one of the ledges, so I just kind of like, well, this is impressive.
And that's the end of the issue.
Join us same bat time, same bat channel next week.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Oh, God.
That's an excellent closing spread for that issue. Wow.
So I'm going to do Wishes and Stars off the air. However, I do want to say one thing in the recording. There were some times in the session, and I wasn't quite sure if I wanted to X card, but I think we're getting into some territory that I'm not the most comfortable with, and I think some people viewing might not be. So, especially when it comes to some of the kidnapping stuff, and I am partially guilty as well. So, just for anyone watching as well as our players, I'd like to just be As a reminder to myself, let's be a little bit more mindful and be careful about those, because that actually was like getting into some stuff that could be like not so fun for people and very scary based on some people's actual experiences. So does that make sense? And again, I do want to apologize. I certainly was responsible for a good part of that. So it was, as we were playing through, I'm like, not really so great with what I was doing here. But I didn't feel the need to do like a script change at that point, as long as we were like going to be more mindful about it. Okay, so I'm going to stop the broadcast.